This guy went through a major overhaul, changing it to the Poison variant because of the recent changes to Poison. Hexes in the skill itself. It has received a complete pass going from gear to skills to the tree. It most likely received a buff rather than the expected nerfs, knowing that it already was being played in almost any competitive scenario. It getting buffed is absolutely ridiculous. Seismic Trap has been the strongest build in the game, especially in League start environments, when it comes to absolutely deleting bosses. Because of its fairly mediocre efficiency of clearing maps, it is paired with an exsanguinate traps which is used to clear packs more efficiently. Because of the way Poison works, Seismic is a pretty good user of the Poison mechanic. This is because Seismic applies multiple poisons per wave and has multiple waves per cast. Therefore, it ramps up super fast and is a huge poison enabler. Because the damage of the build is so ridiculous, it gets to run a ton of defensive auras, defensive layers and whatnot, and should be very tanky to play. People have cleared Uber bosses on virtually no budget because most of the damage comes from the tree. This makes gearing super easy and playstyle-wise, the build is fairly simple. You use exsanguinate traps to clear packs, and whenever something poses a challenge, you throw a single bear trap to put the monster in place, as that is important for your Seismic Trap to deal damage. Afterwards, make sure to use a flame dash to trigger Arcane Surge and spam all of your exsanguinate traps so you get power and frenzy charges. After you've done all of that, unload all of your Seismic Traps as close to the boss as possible. You can find an optimized path of building on the description. Every build I release will use the community fork of path of building, which is maintained and updated in a much more regular fashion than the original one. You can find POE's fork in the description. If you are not comfortable with path of building, we also have a POE planner for you. Do note that POE planner does not support cluster jewels and some specific unique jewels, and it is highly recommended you install path of building. Early game. Helmet. Rare evasion or armor or evasion-based helmet with life, suppression, resistances. Chest. Rare evasion or armor or evasion-based body armor with life, resistances and a life or monocraft. Gloves. Rare evasion or armor or evasion-based gloves with life, resistances. Boots. That series step is best in slot. Belt. Rare belt with life and resistances. Rings. Rare rings with life, resistances and attributes. Amulet. Rare neck with life, resistances and damage over time multiplier. Weapon. Cold iron point is best in slot. Shield. Rare evasion or energy shield. Shield with life, chance to suppress spell damage, and the physical damage has extra chaos on benchcraft. Endgame. Helmet. The devouring dynam. Chest. Rare evasion or evasion and armor body armor with life, spell suppression, resistances and a life or monocraft. Gloves. Rare evasion or evasion and armor gloves with life, resistances and suppression. Boots. Rare evasion or evasion / armor boots with movement speed, suppression, life and resistances. Amulet. Added amulet with life, damage over time multiplier, and level of spell skill gems. Belt. Stygian vise with life, resistances and trap and mind throwing speed. Rings 1. Unset ring with life, resistances and a mains heart. Weapon is cold iron point best in slot. Shield. Rare energy shield and evasion shield with energy shield and evasion, spell suppression, resistances and defies as extra chaos benchcraft. Jewels. Increased maximum life, critical strike multiplier, trap and mind damage. Early game. Main link. Seismic Trap, trap and mind damage support, advanced trap support, void manipulation support, deadly elements support, unbound elements support. Clearing link. Exsanguinate, chain support, cluster trap support, Auras. Herald of Agony, summon Skitterbots, Grace, Defiance Banner. Defenses. Vol Molten Shell, cast when damage taken support. Mobility. Flame Dash. Curse. Wither application, temporal chains, cast manually, spell totem support, multiple totem support, wither. Utility. Summon Flame Golem, minion life support, Vol Blight. Flasks. Granite Flask of the Armadillo, Jade Flask of the Penguin, Enduring Divine Mana Flask of Warding, Quicksilver Flask of the Cheetah, Bubbling Eternal Life Flask of Staunching. As for flasks, you'll be able to swap out the Enduring Mana Flask for a Silver Flask to amplify your speed. You can also drop the Penguin affix for an increased armor affix whenever you either upgrade your Brian King or Craft cannot be frozen on boots. Since you're dropping the warding affix, you're taking Yubel as a second Pantheon to cap out curse immunity. With all of this said, I hope that this helps you starting your build on the Forbidden Sanctum lead. Thank you for watching. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing for more POE videos.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake